Hello, guys, and a warm welcome to the CTRL+ALT+UN podcast, aka the KMUN podcast. Today, we are here live at Kia Africa Studios. My name is Juanita Ndugi, and with me today is my co host Amanda Ingala. We are the Communications Directorate for the 25th session.
This is our first episode. Yay! If you are a seasoned delegate or you are an amateur in the field of diplomacy, this is the place to be. Today we have our amazing guests. Juanita, who are our guests today?
Today, we are having our National Secretariat as our guests. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, starting from my right here, going towards that side.
Hi everyone, my name is Wavinya Mutua. I am the 25th session conference director. Yay!
I'm Stephanie Wangaje, the Deputy President of the General Assembly, where we have different committees. Just to mention a few, we have UN Women and SOCAM. So in coordination with the President, we take care of the committees, ensure we have engaging topics where people can discuss, and after that, we have meaningful resolutions from them. Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Elvis Muru. I serve as the Deputy Chief of Staff of the 25th session. Basically, what my role entails is I interlink all the offices under Kenya Model United Nations, and ideally I serve administratively and execute my duties in regards to the various chain of command.
Hi everyone, my name is Abigail Maggie. I serve as the Deputy Secretary General and Head of Partnership 25th Session. My roles are twofold: administrative in terms of committees and the National Secretariat, and partnerships as the Head of Partnerships. Yes.
Okay, and I'm sure you're asking yourself, what exactly is a National Secretariat? So we are the leaders of Kenya Model United Nations at the national level. We have over 30 chapters across Kenya, whereby we usually interlink all these chapters to come together for events and to come together for diplomacy, debates, all that. So we are the people who basically interlink you guys together from your various universities, various chapters to come together.
Now we would like to hear from our guests. What is KIMUN according to you? We'll start with our very own Deputy Secretary General.
Okay, so Kenya Model United Nations, to me, has been a platform of growth. But to put it out there so that you can understand what KMUN does, it is a platform that simulates the United Nations with its various organs, such as the General Assembly, the International Law Commission, and the International Court of Justice. For me, KMUN has been a platform of growth. I started as a member, then a bureau member, and finally I'm in the National Secretariat. So it's a platform for growth at a personal level.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Deputy Chief of Staff.
Kenya Model United Nations for me has been an opportunity for me to basically gain experience and insight into what the United Nations does as an age, as the various on how they exist, basically, and being able to simulate what they do has given me the opportunity to learn more, grow more, as she has said, and be able to grow independently from various tasks that I used to do locally, at a bureau level, and now at a national secretariat level.
Steph.
Okay. For me, advocacy is a big thing, tied in with diplomacy. So KMUN is where I get to do that. It's where I'm able to talk about what I'm passionate for, champion for the rights of people who are vulnerable and can't have a platform to talk about what they want to. At the same time, it's a connecting space for me. I have a lot of friends in KMUN. I engage with a lot of people. So it's a learning opportunity and where I get to meet my friends during events and whatnot. So yeah.
Uh-huh.
For me, KMUN has been a space for CSR activities to give back to the community. I remember on a local level, Juanita would call me Madam CSR because I would really push for us to do activities that would give back to the community. As much as we're doing debate and diplomacy and all the other serious activities we do, I think it's instrumental to use the platform we have and the the reach we have to better our communities on the various levels. So for KMUN, that has been a space for me. That has been a space for me to learn how to execute such activities and to give back and make a difference. Yeah.
People would like to hear from the horse's mouth how your experience has been in KIMUN. You can start with the good and then you can go to the bad.
Okay, so the good. I'm a law student, so I've majorly been to the organs that do the major in law, which is ILC or ICJ. So the good for me it's been a platform where I can bridge what I learn in the classroom environment to what goes on in the international arena. The bad is I've not been able to fully go for the events that do not have the law aspect. So I leaned more towards the educational bit, forgetting things like CSR, as Wavinya has stated, or things like having fun, like warm up. So I missed out on that. That's the good and bad for me.
We've talked about organs,
Mm-hmm.
and you were in another position like 2 weeks ago. So tell us the experience within the organ, and then kazi na chai ilitoka wapi?
Okay, so I think I give this pep talk every time when I am training, because I was in the bureau, as I said. KMUN has been a platform for growth. I joined ILC very skeptical. I love the law. I'm a law student. So I joined ILC and I love researching. So I became a commissioner for the first and second MOOC. By the time we were doing conference, I signed up for a certain moot. And I signed up as a researcher, by the way. So I knew, at least I may not have known much because our school was really not following up on the researchers bit. But with the knowledge I had from research from ILC, I won that moot, by the way, in the research category, and it landed me opportunities in other spaces. So I must add that is the good I've got from KMUN. And from that, I applied as a bureau member, and finally I got to the National Secretariat. As Amanda said 2 weeks ago, I was chair of the International Law Commission, and then as fate will have it, I'm now the Deputy Secretary General. So I think you can see the growth that I meant. Yes.
Jajibu, kazi na chai ilitoka wapi?
Kazi na chai, it's a personal mantra, but it's anyone can use it. You have to measure the educational, all work with no play makes Jack a dull boy, and all play with no work makes Jack a mere toy. So you have to balance both aspects. As I said, I only came for KMUN events that gravitated towards mock debates. Now I missed out on things like warm-up. Now that I'm in the NS, I'm seeing warm-up was very fun, courtesy of Steph. We have KMUN socials coming up, courtesy of Elvis. So I'm going to experience the fun aspect. So kazi na chai, you must have an in-between. Yes, so have the full package of the KMUN experience. Don't just be extremely selective on what you do. Yes, that is where kazi na chai came from.
Amazing. Elvis, you can tell us your experience in KMUN.
My experience in KIMUN has been really interesting. I have made a ton of friends, something that I didn't see coming because I am more of leaning on the serious side of like how I operate, how I balance my roles. And it gave me an opportunity to be able to interact with people with various perspectives, various basically concepts on what goes on in life, what they stand for, and what they champion for. And the bad for me has been the bittersweet moments. That feeling on the final day of conference, when that day on just that Friday, and now this whole week has ended, and now you have to wait up until like May for the next event. So that has been the sort of good and bad for me.
Amazing. Steph?
Okay, my experience in KMUN has been amazing so far. I started out as a delegate during the 22nd conference. I was a bit shy at the time, very inferior, because I wasn't used to debating with university students. But I'll say if I could trace it back, I started with Simon, which is affiliated with MUN, and it was pretty easy at the time. I mean, it was more of a funky because you have high school students, whatever. But when I came to uni, it's serious stuff. There's ILC and ICJ, which I never heard of except just history lessons. But it was a great experience. And then I progressed to being a co-chair in SOCAM committee, where I can say like I formed a connection with the committee. So yeah, I did that during the 23rd session. It was an amazing experience. I worked with amazing people. Can say the most beautiful part of it was just seeing how delegates view you and your leadership, your growth as a leader. Yeah, and then moving on to 24th session, I was now the chair of the committee, again, SOCAM committee. I can say that was the most beautiful experience for me in KIMUN so far. The 25th is amazing, true. But it was great leading a committee and hearing from delegates what they love, how you enjoyed it, etc. Had a very good friendship with the dais. We are very good friends. And now I'm here as a DPGA. So this is where I've learned a lot about myself. I feel like once you learn to interact with people, there's a lot of pressure that comes in because, again, serving as a leader, you're serving people. So you have to deliver to them. You have to make sure the experiences are very good. That is where the pressure comes in. And, of course, all the logistics. But at the end of the day, I think what makes it beautiful is the outcome and the output. We'll have so much stress preparing for an event, but once I'm there, I'm enjoying it, I'm having a good time. People are having a good time as well. Yeah, that's my experience in KMUN.
Amazing. Madam, behind the scenes. Tell us your experience.
My KMUN experience has had its ups and downs. I'm not going to lie. I started off as a delegate in the 22nd session, Kinasam. Yeah, and then... Okay, for me, it's been a moment of me taking a risk and also a moment of like second chances. I'll explain what it means. I've applied to be part of the National Secretariat in the for the 24th session. Yeah. For the 24th session, and obviously didn't work out because I didn't end up being a National Secretariat member. And that also happened when I applied to be the local, to be the DUSG for UN Parklands again in that the same year, 23rd session. It also didn't work out. And, but instead of like, taking it to heart and just like saying, you know what, I'm done with KMUN, I'm tired, I'm closing, I'm going. I came back as a bureau member, and my love for KMUN was renewed. And when the opportunity to come back to apply for DUSG again for UN Parklands arose, I ran with it, and I applied and I got in. And then come now the 25th session, I said, let's give this one more chance. And I applied to be an NS member, so I got it, obviously, because I'm here. Yeah, so so my experience has had its ups and downs, but also a lot of growth, as Abby has said, and I'm very grateful. Yeah.
Amazing. Now, you've talked about behind the scenes. You could tell us like your planning process. You see those events that you're planning, how you feel. We look at you all the time. You look tired. You can tell us.
For me, I think I would say the planning really works well with the whole team, like when the whole team is involved. And that's what really helps with ensuring the success of an event. It's not even though it's my office description that says I'm the one supposed to be in charge of this, I just don't do it by myself. I don't die on that cross by myself. Yeah. So with the help of the National Secretariat, we're able to execute the events to the success they are. And that also takes off that pressure of kila kitu is on me. So at least my mental health doesn't take the toll that it would if I take everything just upon myself. Yeah.
Okay, so that is amazing. So my next question goes to that side, and my question for you is, what is your advice for an aspiring delegate? Because as we've already said, we mostly deal with diplomacy and international law, but sometimes you'll find people in our DMs, in the KMUN DMs, and they're asking, okay, I'm not a law student, I'm not an IR student, so how do I plug in, how do I have fun in KMUN without, being a law student, without being a diplomacy student? What would your advice be for them? Do they have to be a law student or a diplomacy student to participate?
I guess I'm the one starting.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so my advice would be identify things you want to do in KMUN. Unlike me, I always okay, I am obsessed with the law, so I just knew I wouldn't give Gia a chance. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean I didn't like the organ, but I knew it dealt with things like World Health Organization, UN Women, SOCAM, and I definitely knew yes, it's nice, but it's not what I want. So the first bit is if you're not able to identify it at a personal level, come to the event. They usually observe a registration, go to the different rooms and see what's happening. And then say, okay, this is something I want, this is something I don't want. Now, funny thing is, as much as I was running away from GA, what ILC does is similar to what GA does. So then I was like, oh, okay. I thought I knew better, but it's just the same thing, just in different environments. That's what I'll say. So come to the events, identify what you want. This does not mean if you're doing for example, World Health Organization will deal with health sciences. There's things on STEM. Everyone fits in. The United Nations serves everyone, even at the global level. So don't just say because you're not a law student, you don't go to those organs. And even in ILC, because I can speak on that, because yeah, I'm obsessed with ILC. We don't need lawyers doing the draft articles alone or law students. Same to ICJ. You don't have to be a law student to go to the court or become an agent of the court. You just need to know what happens there. That's why there's a whole training on rules of procedure. There's a whole module, documents available to you. So test your limits. Go to those organs, try out, and if it doesn't work out for you, which I doubt it won't, everything is fun, go to another organ. And as you're applying for things, just like Wavinya said, you apply once, you don't get it, try again. There's no sure bet, but you just have to try. It's a platform for growth, as we have said. So try and see what works for you. That's the only way to know. I think Elvis now.
Yeah. For me, I would tell that potential KMUNA to find your voice. There are various ways to advocate for what you stand for, what you champion for, and what you love, as she has said. So through finding your voice, you're able to find a space within KMUN to relay whatever you want to be heard. You have a right to be heard. So it's as simple as taking that first step. Find your voice, come to KMUN, join us, listen in, chip in whatever way that you can, and find your interests. And from there, latch on it, go with it, and be open to new spaces, definitely, because they will really, really help you in the long run.
Personally, for me, it's more of an interest thing. I think once you have that interest, you can do a lot in KIMUN. I'm also not a law student. I'm a tech student, and I've been enjoying it. But I think mainly because I have a passion for what I do and a passion for KIMUN. So it's what will you be doing in KMUN? What are you passionate about? Is it advocacy? Is it international law? Do you want to simulate a certain committee? There is something for everyone for sure. At the same time, we also offer trainings. So you'll be in good hands, like you'll be catered to 100%. There's also a lot to do apart from international law and matters diplomacy. As Abi said, kazi na chai. So there's a lot to navigate. There are very many offices you can join. The Communications Bureau, for example, it has graphic designers, web designers. There's just something for everyone. You just start, find your niche, and then grow out. Yeah.
I think that really wraps up what we have as UN. So as Steph has said, in the Communications Bureau, you don't really have to be a law student. You don't have to be a diplomacy or an IR student. You can literally, personally, I am a law student, but my interest really lies with photography, videography, graphic designing. So that's why I joined the Communications Bureau back in the 24th session. And that's how I grew to be the Deputy Communications Director in the 25th session. So yeah, you will find your niche in KMUN. So yeah, I think that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. I hope you've learned a little bit about KMUN. And yeah, if you want to learn a little bit more, Go subscribe to this channel, like the podcast, and yeah, we really appreciate it.
Bye.